Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Welcome to week 8 weight loss results. This was an interesting week. We'll get into it in a minute, but I do want to say first off, if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you're always notified of every single upload. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you share, and also make sure you leave me a comment down below in the comment section. Now let's get into this video. So I'm just sitting here eating my lunch, and I'm really struggling. I'm just sitting here like talking to myself out loud and acknowledging my fear around food and food that's like possibly going to be here. Just acknowledging how hard this shit is. Like, I have gone, when I make it through today, because I will make it through today, I will have gone 53 days no emotional eating. Just go and eat this, and I'm just really starting to feel the pressure of like not having food as a coping tool, and it's really hard, and I'm literally sitting here eating, and I'm eating something that I enjoy too. But I just think about the comments that people make, like, and not just specifically to me, comments you hear that people make to overweight people, and it's like, just stop eating. Oh, it's not that hard. And if you've never turned to food, you have no right to say it's not hard, because it's not hard for you. Or maybe it is, but maybe you're wired differently, and maybe you just are able to cope to stress easily or easier or in different ways. And for so long, food has been a coping tool for me. It is not easy, and I'm 100% acknowledging that today is really hard. And what it is right now, I don't want to eat anything specifically. I don't want to eat anything specifically. I'm just acknowledging today how hard this is. It's a lot, but I'm gonna keep going because I'm worth it. But I had to come share that with you. I was literally like boohoo crying, like this shit is so hard, and I was like, let me go ahead and turn on the camera because I'm inspiring someone out there. You are not alone. You are not alone in this. It's so hard. Look, I don't know what a drug addiction is like. I don't know what alcoholism is like. But I feel like it's very similar to this. And this is hard. This is so hard. And it's even, like right now, even harder because it's like I don't specifically want to eat. I think, okay, yeah, let me be real with myself. I fucking do. Like, I want to eat like shit. But I also don't want to mess up my progress. I don't want to, I'm gonna feel like crap if I eat like that. And it's just not gonna be good. My mind also, like you guys see, it's going all over the place. This is what happens. This is what happens. Welcome to what it's like to have a freaking addiction. I remember this feeling when it came to cigarettes. And I got through that, and I'll get through this too. I will. I know I will. But my heart goes out to anyone and everyone. I see you. Those of you that are struggling with addiction, I see you. Because this shit has such a freaking hold. And those of you watching that don't understand this, be so thankful that you don't. Because addiction is a fucking bitch. It really is. There's so much heaviness on my body right now. This is the thing too, and I know people with addictions know what I'm talking about. part of you wants to just give in, and then the other part is like, hell no, like I've worked way too hard, because you know what's on the other side of giving in to the craving. You know what's on that other side. I'm not going there, but I sure as hell do want to. The weekend is over. Not technically, it's Sunday, but my parents have left and I freaking did it. We went out to eat every single day, and every single day I made choices that I would otherwise not have made. I felt amazing this entire weekend. I did not treat this weekend as a free-for-all, go eat everything, go eat this, go be miserable, go. No, none of that. I stuck to everything. I did not emotionally eat once. I did not binge once. Anytime anyone offered me something that I did not want or did not have, like for my goals written down, I did not eat. I am so freaking proud of myself. I talked to her the day that they were coming in, which is my nutritionist, and we talked about how I was going to handle going out to eat, especially with things have been really heavy, and I was telling her everything that's going on in my life, and she's like, "Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. And you're going to get through this weekend, but let me tell you, if you don't, and you do eat something that wasn't on your plan or you weren't planning to, then it's okay, and give yourself grace and all of the things, and be kind and gentle." However, she reminded me that I'm making these choices and I'm putting the way that I feel as the top priority. Because when she asked me, why don't you want to eat something that you would normally eat at any of these restaurants, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was because of the way the food makes me feel. Not only does it make me feel heavy and full, it's harder to stop eating when I am full. It's harder, like even though you can put it in a box and bring it with you, that food that's very, 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 to me, fried foods, foods that's like very, very, very tasty foods. Those are harder for me to not just the wheels going on over and over and over in my brain about that's in the house, it's in the fridge, it's in the fridge. And I 100% know myself enough that I would have eaten either past the point of fullness if I had ordered what I normally would have ordered, or I would have put half of it in and I would have just thought about it all freaking day long. And then I would have eaten the rest of the food when I wasn't hungry. So was it hard to go to a Mexican restaurant and watch my kids eat chips and cheese dip? Yes, it was. Was it hard? And I'm gonna put up I'm gonna put up the meals that I ended up eating so you guys can see. The only thing you're not gonna see is the Applebee's one, because I was so freaking hungry by the time they brought it to us. I totally forgot, and it wasn't until I was done and I was like, oh crap, I forgot. But it was the bourbon chicken shrimp. So it had chicken, shrimp, mashed potatoes. And it was a filling. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't like overly portioned. I didn't have a salad. I didn't have a side. I didn't have an appetizer. I didn't have a bite of my kids' mozzarella sticks. I didn't have a mozzarella stick. Like, I would normally do all of those things, but I was just like, no, this is what, and here's the thing, is building that mental toughness, teaching myself to say no to food, and also just reminding myself that just because you're going out to eat does not mean that you have to eat these foods. So this was a really, really, really good, this was really, really good practice for me. And I'm glad that it happened in a time in which I was and have been feeling so overly stressed, because it just shows me that I can freaking do this. And remember what I keep saying, mindset is everything. If I keep telling myself you can do this, I will do this. The minute that I allow self-doubt and the thoughts of you're not gonna be able to do this, it's gonna be too hard, it's gonna take too long, you're never gonna be able to do this, it's too hard. Whenever I let those thoughts in and overconsume me, that's when I start to just kind of, oh yeah, I'll have a bite of this, and oh yeah, I'll do this, even though my goal was not to go to these restaurants and have fried foods or anything like that. My goal was to say no. My goal was to take my kids to this new crazy shakes place, and I sat there and watched them eat this. And then my mom had ice cream. Me and my dad were the only ones that didn't have anything, so he was there with me. So it's just kind of like me and my dad we're like, this is hard. We're doing it. So it was one of those things where I kind of started to feel like, oh, like I'm missing out. That was the only time this weekend, though, that I felt like I was missing out. And that is huge, because at the Mexican restaurant, I did not feel like I was missing out when my kids were eating the cheese dip and chips, because I didn't want it, because I already know what happens. I overconsume them. I don't want to say it's much harder to stop myself, because I'll say, okay, this is enough. You need to save room for your entree. And then one more, and then I'll eat that one more, and then I'll say, oh, one more, and then I'll eat that, and I'll say, oh, one more. I didn't want to have to deal with any of that. So right now, what I'm working on in these, however long it takes, 3-6 months, I'm really working on nourishing my body with foods that make me feel good. And the biggest, highest priority for me right now is how I feel. How is this food making me feel? How is this food? Is this food something that is too tempting for me right now, to where I'm going to feel this battle within me that I don't want to feel? Because if it is, then that's not worth it to me right now. And eventually I'll start introducing more foods. Another thing that I am doing is exercising self-control. That is so important, just in life in general, specifically for this video when it comes to my eating. I want to be able to show myself that I can take my kids to a shake place and say, you know what? That's not worth it to me. So I'm going to let them get their shakes and let them enjoy, and I'm going to enjoy the time spent with them, but I can exercise self-control and not get myself a shake or get myself ice cream. I am happy to come back and report and say that, as you guys saw, I did it. I freaking did it. I stuck to the places that we were going. I picked out my food prior to. I went in with a plan, and I stuck to my plan. I stayed in my calorie deficit. Now, let's go ahead and get on to these weight loss results, because this is, we learned some more I learned some more about myself and my growth by getting on the scale this morning. I got on the scale and it said 302.8. I was up 1 pound. So I'm down a total of 17.2 pounds in 8 weeks. And the reason why I'm laughing is because I got on the scale and, no joke, I was like, oh, hell no. The wheels were turning. The wheels were turning. What did I do? Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I shouldn't have did that yesterday. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. I told myself, I said, stop. I literally said it out loud. I said, Jill, stop. Stop. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. And so I go along with my day, and I'm like, you know, brushing my teeth and all that stuff, and the wheels are turning again. They're turning again. They're turning again. Like, what did I do? You shouldn't have eaten this, and you shouldn't have did this, and you shouldn't have did this, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, again, out loud, Jill, stop. Got in the shower, the wheels were turning again. I shouldn't have eaten this. I mean, it was just that pattern repetitively. It kept happening. I would notice, and I would say, stop. Because here's the thing. I did nothing wrong this weekend. As a matter of fact, I did everything right. And this is what I want the takeaway to be of this video, also along with the thing I told you guys yesterday. The fact that I used to previously, if I would have had a weekend like I just had, and I was tempted with all of this food, and I made the choices that kept me in a calorie deficit, but I said no to all these foods, and then I got on the scale and I saw a 1 pound weight loss or weight gain, I would have broken down. I would have kicked that scale. I would have been angry. I would have been mad. I would have said, fuck this. And I would have then, whatever it was that I was like, oh, I missed out on this, or I felt like I missed out on this, or da-da-da, or I wanted this and I chose this instead, so I'm gonna go get it. That was my mentality before. Now, I did have to work through the bullshit this morning because the wheels were turning and all of this. And then I sat there and I said, what can we learn from this? What can we take away from this? And I said, we don't have the attitude that we're going to go and sabotage our everything. We have the mentality of, we're just going to keep going. The scale was up. Was it my preferred? No. But also think about the mindset you would have been in previously and the mindset that you're in now. Yeah, you're still having to work through some stuff because it's hard to see that. Like I thought for sure I was going to come and tell you guys I am under 300 pounds. I'm in the twos, the 290 something, like 299 point something. I will never see 300 pounds again. I thought I was coming, I thought for sure that I was going to come tell y'all that. And when I saw that on the scale, I was like, why the scale was up, we will never know. But I feel it was bound to happen at some point. So that's it. But I'm incredibly freaking proud of myself. First, I feel freedom from that damn scale. I did not allow that scale to put me in a mindset of, let's just go eat everything. Let's just go eat. Let's go eat ice cream because you said no to those shakes. Let's go eat this at Applebee's because you said no to it and made another choice that you wouldn't have normally made. Let's just go eat all of the food and let's go put ourselves into a food coma stupor. But like, what good would that do? Like, what sense does that even make? What sense does that even make? But that's how I used to think. And I'm so freaking proud of myself for the growth that I have done because that was not my attitude this morning. Not for a second did I ever think, oh, I'm just gonna go. I actually started laughing because I will never forget this one time. I was with my ex-husband. We were living in Atlanta. He got McDonald's and I said no to so much. And so much food I said no to that day. And I was just like, like I've got these goals. Like I know the scale is going to go down tomorrow. I know it's going to go down. And when I got on the scale, because it was my weigh-in day, it went up like 2 or 3 pounds. And I was angry. I was like this. And I went and I ate because I was like, I had the attitude, if the scale's going to reflect that I ate the food, then I'm just going to go eat the damn food, damn it. And I'm really going to freaking gain that weight. And I kind of had to laugh at that too because I remember it plain as day. Like it was like it happened last week. Having to say no to all that food and then getting on that scale and just being able to see my growth. That was many years apart, but even still being able to see my growth and the change in my mindset is incredible. And I'm so freaking proud of myself because that alone is huge. Literally so freaking huge. And I'm so proud of myself. So that was my week 8 weight loss results. I announced last week that I have a channel membership. So if you guys are interested in joining, it is down below. It is right below this video, right next to the subscribe button. It'll say join and you guys can look and see the different tiers that are available. So if you want to be a member of my channel membership and see everything that I am offering, you guys can go check that out as well. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and share this video, and I will see you guys on Monday with a new video. Bye guys.